Hello everyone and welcome to Family Science Night, which is hosted by the Science Honor Society. Let's take a look inside.
So our exhibit is the ice cream exhibit, and basically what happens is we add salt to ice and it lowers the freezing temperature, and then because the temperature is lowered from 32 degrees to 14 degrees Fahrenheit, it actually freezes the cream and then we can make ice cream from it.
As you can see, we're doing fun with dry ice. So basically what we're doing, one of our experiments, is we put the dry ice in a cup of water. And in that cup, we also put some soap. And as the dry ice sublimes, it goes directly from a solid to a gas. It creates bubbles with the soap as the gas tries to escape to the surface. And basically, a tower of bubbles builds up.
We fill this balloon with water and dry ice. And as it sublimes, the air escaping from the CO2 that's turning into a gas is making the balloon blow up. Originally this was not blown up, but now it's, as you can see, it's blowing up.
So it's a non-Newtonian fluid, which means that it serves as both a liquid and a solid. So as you can see, as Emmy's doing, it looks like a liquid, but as soon as you touch it, it's a solid, and when you release it, it becomes a liquid again.
My presentation, my group's presentation is Fun with Physics. We had a Van de Graaff machine here. We're doing this experiment down here, which is like fun with rotational inertia. If you've ever seen movies or like just heard about like people doing figure skating or like just sitting on a chair, you put your arms out, bring your arms in, you change speeds. That's with rotational inertia. And then back there we have a hoverboard machine, which has to do with like air and the air pressure and forces. And it's really cool. The kids have been having a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun.
So our experiment is the cloud in the bottle experiment. The liquid that's in the bottle is isopropyl alcohol, and when we pressurize the bottle, it causes it to heat up, and then eventually it'll settle back to room temperature. And now when we release the bottle, it rapidly cools because the pressure drops, which causes the cloud to form just like clouds form in the sky, except this one is made out of isopropyl alcohol gas instead of water vapor.
Okay, so my presentation here that I'm doing is all about insects, arachnids in the natural world. I do a wide variety of animals to show the kids and their families the beauty of nature. I've got some spiders. I always let the kids get interactive, so I let them feed the animals that you can't hold, like my black widow over there. I let someone drop a beetle in there. My six-eyed sand spider here I let someone feed, and I bring in turtles and my small dog.
In our class every year, we focus on building robots and having the kids solve their own problems. So every year we give them a challenge. This year we decided to give the kids a challenge to pick up balls and move them without knocking over the pedestals that they lie on. They had to build the base robot to learn the techniques and every term such as torque or turning and speed. So throughout this challenge, they were then forced to work how will I implement torque, speed, and everything else to create an effective robot to complete the challenge. Doing so, they invented creative designs that implemented both the designs that were given to them to start with and also new designs that they found either online or they made up themselves.
So this is marble milk. So first we put a thin layer of milk on the bottom of a paper plate like this, and then we take a few drops of food coloring and put it in the center, and then we'll take just one drop of like dish soap, like any kind of dish soap, and put it in the center, and then it will make all those colors spread out because the polar bonds within the lipids of the milk will react with the polar bonds within the dish soap. So the milk will try to get away, the lipid in the milk will try to get away from the dish soap because they don't want to mix. So that's what it will drag the colors with it, and then it makes a cool marble like color.
So at our station we're making lava lamps, and first we add the oil to water bottles, and the water goes to the bottom and the oil goes to the top because the oil is more less dense.
Okay, and then we add the color to give it like different colors as we have here, just for fun. And then after that, you add the Alka-Seltzer, which allows for like the fizzing and the bubbles, and it allows the water and the oil to kind of mix and create the lava lamp effect.
What the magic ingredient is to make slime is borax. Borax is actually a compound that will take the liquid glue and it fills into the holes of the glue, allowing it to become a solid.
So the premise here is to learn the basics of architecture and engineering in building a structure with the most integrity. Everyone's trying their different favorite techniques, and we're seeing which ones work the best.
It's really fun. I think it's interesting how we can incorporate science, and the more we know about physics, the more we can just have fun things like this. The more we understand our world, the cooler things we can do.